Bill Kristol, as you often do, you dropped something on social media this morning that got our attention and made us think, and I'll quote from it. Mask refusers appeal to liberty, but even staunch libertarians know that checking the spread of disease is a legitimate government function. The hostility to masks isn't libertarian, it's nihilistic. Nihilism has come to characterize a significant part of today's conservatism. Bill, nihilism really leaves nothing standing because nothing matters. Life is meaningless. And the question for a guy like you with your history in modern America, how did the party of shining cities on hills embrace nihilism, what we're seeing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that tweet because I was so struck by some of the coverage which said Republican governors are loosening up. They're abandoning all the restrictions on businesses, restaurants, and also the ban on mask wearing. But those are different things when you think about it for a minute. I mean, opening up the restaurants, opening up schools, there are arguments for doing so. I think many states have done so too quickly and irresponsibly. Others are doing it more gradually. But at some point, we will open up, and we want to open up. And there's a cost to not opening up, to be fair. It's a genuine trade-off between public health and people's jobs. And, of course, in the case of kids, some education, and that's a debate we're having. But what's the case against mask wearing? I mean, there's no trade-off. There's nothing. I mean, it's a total public good. Some lives are going to be saved. Some hospitalizations are going to be prevented. So the case against mask wearing is just, I don't want to do it. And it's not libertarian in the sense of this is my freedoms are at stake. Everyone has always understood that checking communicable diseases, we do certain things for the sake of public health, and decent human beings do certain things to just out of respect for trying to help out the community and help out their neighbors and not endanger others. So I've always thought the hostility to mask wearing is really sort of it has its own particular character that's a little different from the public policy debates about the schools or the restaurants or the businesses. And seeing these governors just say, nope, no more mask wearing, when it's obvious we have these new strains, the numbers are going up in Mississippi and Texas, the two states that have stopped the mask wearing. They went up last week, the number of cases. We are at the verge, we see the light at the end of the tunnel. So, let's hang on here a little bit, and then the vaccine really will liberate a lot of people. But to do it now is just pure, I don't know what, performative nihilism, I would say, in the sense of just, we don't want to do it, so we're not going to do it. And maybe, these people's biggest backers have already gotten vaccinated, so they don't care, like Ron DeSantis' wealthy friends. It's interesting. The governor of Mississippi did announce she was going to remove the mask mandate, but only in a month, to be fair. And the governors of West Virginia and Utah, two pretty conservative states, and Republican governors, said no. We need to hang on here for a month or two and keep on doing the right thing for public health. So it's interesting. I mean, it does seem particularly irresponsible what's been done in Texas and Mississippi.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.